Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's time for my second trimester recap. So I'm going to tell you about the symptoms I've had and everything that happened in this trimester of my pregnancy. If you don't know me, my name is Anna. I'm a wife and a mom of 2 little boys and currently pregnant with baby number 3. My second trimester of this pregnancy is officially over, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a recap of everything that happened, what symptoms I had, and how everything has been going. We had 2 different ultrasounds during this trimester. Last time I mentioned that because of our whole insurance situation, it took me a while to be able to get in with a doctor, but now we're all set and I found a doctor that I really like. I'm really happy that I was able to get in with her. So we got our first ultrasound when I was, I think, around like maybe 18 weeks or so, and everything looked really good and they were able to see the gender of the baby. So they gave us a little envelope. The day of the ultrasound was actually my husband's birthday. And our original plan was to wait until we were in Mexico so that we could do like a gender reveal with everyone and we would find out at the same time as like our families. But then we started getting kind of impatient, I guess, and we were starting to wonder if we should just go ahead and open the envelope ourselves and have it be just a special moment with just the 4 of us. So we decided to go ahead and do that, and we opened it that same evening. We were super surprised and excited to find out that it was a baby girl, and it was a really special moment, just the 4 of us, and I'm really glad that we ended up doing it that way after all. The hardest part was keeping the secret from our family for so long. We went ahead and waited until we traveled to Mexico about a month later, and then when we were together with everyone, then we did like our official reveal to them, and it was also super fun and everyone was really excited. So we did end up spending like a whole month in Mexico. We drove there this time, so it was a long road trip. It was like 16 hours or so, but we split it into 2 different days of traveling. So it ended up turning out really good and we had a good trip. And it actually wasn't too uncomfortable to travel while I was pregnant. Being in the second trimester, I still wasn't like super uncomfortable and everything worked out well. So that was super fun to spend time there with family, and everyone got to see me and the growing belly and find out it was a girl, so it was a really fun time together. I'll go ahead and talk about the different symptoms in the second trimester. So I started feeling just a lot better overall. The first trimester was pretty rough, but the second trimester was a lot better. The first trimester, I remember being so irritated with everything, like everything made me uncomfortable and upset. I remember that like even having a hair tie in my hair and then laying down, I would feel like the lump, and that would make me like so angry and so frustrated. The way that my clothes would fit, you know, every little thing bothered me. And the second trimester, that kind of went away. The gagging went away. Lots of the uncomfortable symptoms started going away. So I definitely enjoyed feeling better and having a bit more energy. I also started gaining weight, which is something that I really like. For me, it's usually very hard to gain weight. I've been like this my whole life, and it's something that I'm kind of insecure about because I don't necessarily love being so skinny and trying to gain weight but not being able to. So the one time that I'm able to gain weight pretty easily is during pregnancy. And in the second trimester, I started gaining weight, and that made me really excited. I honestly feel a lot more confident in my body when I'm pregnant because I have like more curves. As you know, when you're pregnant, different places of your body start to grow. And so for me, that's actually a good thing because it's nice to have curves when I don't usually have them. So that's kind of an exciting part of pregnancy for me. My favorite thing about pregnancy is feeling the baby move, and that also happened in the second trimester. I felt the baby move for the very first time on May 10th, which is actually Mother's Day in Mexico. So that was really exciting. I was just laying in bed in the morning and I felt like the little tap there, like way at the bottom of my belly. And I could definitely tell, like that was the first time that I could tell for sure that it was a baby moving. So that was exciting. And then ever since then, the movements have just gotten bigger and bigger. And so now I obviously feel her moving all the time. And also the boys and Benny and some of our family back home have been able to feel her move as well. So that has been super exciting. I mentioned last time that I had been having some seizures. So I was sent to like a fetal medicine specialist because they wanted to make sure that with me having the seizures, the baby was doing okay. He doesn't know for sure, but he actually thinks that it might not be seizures. Maybe it could be some type of migraine. So I don't know. It has been really hard to get in with a neurologist. I'm still waiting on the appointment, even though my referral went through like 2 months ago. So that's been kind of frustrating, but I actually have been feeling a lot better lately and haven't been experiencing that as often. So that has been nice. And the fetal medicine specialist was really, really nice. And he told me that the baby looked perfectly fine. So it was really good to know that even though I've been having some issues with that, it's not affecting the baby's health. So that was great news as well. Something kind of funny that happens to me when I'm pregnant is I start snoring. Like I usually don't snore, but when I'm pregnant, once I hit like the second trimester, I start snoring pretty often. I even like catch myself sometimes or like hear myself or wake myself up because I'm snoring, which is really funny. It's something that I never expected to be a pregnancy symptom, but it has happened to me in all 3 of my pregnancies. My sense of smell is definitely pretty strong. If there is like a little smell that's bothering me, I just feel like it's so strong. Other people don't seem to be like noticing it or bothered by it at all. So I guess it's just my hormones making my sense of smell a lot stronger. And I think that's pretty common, but sometimes it's definitely not fun. And another thing that's not fun is back pain, which I have a lot of back pain. It started probably around like 18 weeks, and that's usually the way it is for me in my pregnancies. So I usually deal with back pain for like a whole half of my pregnancy. And at first it's not very bad, but then as time goes on, it does get worse. And now that the belly is bigger, it's definitely more uncomfortable. So I always sit down with like a pillow behind my back, and that helps a lot. And I just take my time and take breaks and relax when I need to. But I guess just the weight of the baby and my tiny little body makes for a lot of back pain. I've also been having a bunch of Braxton Hicks contractions. So I just feel like my whole belly get really tight and hard. It's not painful and they're not regular at all, but they are very noticeable, and they've been happening more and more as I've progressed in the second trimester. I feel like I got them a lot earlier this pregnancy than I did in my other pregnancies, so that was interesting. But I guess it's just my uterus practicing, you know, the tightening up and then relaxing back down. I think that's pretty much all of my symptoms and our update. So it's time to show you my bump. It's definitely gotten a lot bigger now, and it's fun to see it grow. So I hope that you enjoyed this little update. Let me know if you've experienced some of these same things during your second trimester of pregnancy. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me here on my little channel, and I'll see you again soon.